Side Order is a game that's meant to be replayed over and over again, so it shouldn't be too surprising to learn that the current world record has been optimized all the way down to 1 minute and 59 seconds by Adept CS. Well, technically. Let me explain. When speedrunning the New Game Plus category in Side Order, you can either play with a random seed or a save seed. If you've ever played Minecraft, then you'll probably be familiar with what a seed is. A seed is the way a game decides randomly generated things, whether that be world generation in a game like Minecraft or random luck in a game like Balatro. Random seed is a normal run of Side Order. Go in, take what you're given. If the luck isn't good, then reset and start again. A save seed is where you play the same luck every time. You can plan out what chips you want, how many rerolls you need, and if you ever mess up, you can reset and go back into the same run. You might be wondering, I didn't know there was a save seed option in Side Order. How do I do it? Side Order does not have a built-in seed feature like the games mentioned before, so there's no way to see what seed you're on or sharing it with others. So if you want to do a save seed run for yourself, you'll have to find one. Before you start the run, you need to go into Save Data Cloud, then Advanced Save Data Settings and turn off Splatoon 3. This will stop it from automatically uploading or downloading new save data while you're speedrunning. The main thing you'll want to look out for is a double quick charge chip on either a portal or fish level on floor 1. Portal and fish levels are the fastest in the game because you can speed them up, either by shooting the portals real fast or by hunting down the fish. If played right, these levels usually take between 10 to 20 seconds. Other levels like zones levels are auto scrollers, 8-ball levels are generally slow, and tower levels are even slower. These levels often take 40 seconds to a whole minute per floor. Charger is the best weapon for speedruns and quick charge is the best chip for it because charging quick makes you go fast. Simple math. Now for what chips you'll be looking for in an optimal speedrun. In order of most to least important, we have Quick Charge because it's quick charge. Inksaber Main to allow us to shoot more quick charges. Main Range Up allows us to hit targets like portals or fish from further away, reducing travel time. Aimbot because why do it ourselves when the game can do it for us? Make sure to not stack too hard into it or else you'll be shooting everything but the main target. And last but not least, Main Damage Distance to have a higher damage per second in the final boss. Once you've got a good floor 1, you back up your save data to Nintendo's cloud server. Now whenever you have a bad run, you can simply restore the cloud save and be right back at floor 1. Be careful not to accidentally overwrite the cloud save or you'll lose it forever. Generally, we take as many fish levels as possible because under the right conditions, we can beat those levels in a few seconds. In the beginning of the run, Adept found a double quick charge fish level and was able to beat it in 4 seconds. Luckily, Adept found a vending machine on floor 2. Vending machines don't count towards the final time at the end of the run and allow you to buy any chip you want, if you get lucky. In this vending machine, they buy one aimbot chip and leave. This next part is why people don't like doing side or the save seeded runs. This part's going to be a bit technical, but I'll try my best to explain it as simply as possible. Every time you reroll in the vending machine, you are pushing the RNG seed forward 1 spot. This is what happens when you reroll and the game gives you new chips. We know this because we can go into the vending machine and leave immediately, versus going into the same vending machine, re-rolling once and then leaving. And we see that the chip selection on the next floor will be different, but saving and suspending before you enter a floor, then reopening side order will have the same effect. So if you want to plan out a route for your speedrun, you have to do a painful test of saving and suspending on each floor to see what the RNG will be for the next floor, then reloading the cloud save if it doesn't work out, and having to play all the way back to the same floor to try again. Simply making a route for your seed is harder than doing the speedrun itself, so speedrunners introduced a new rule. In save seed runs, players are allowed to use a mod to allow free rerolls in the vending machines. This has the same effect as doing a save and suspend, but it just saves a lot of time. The only rule on this is that you're not allowed to keep doing free rerolls after buying the chip that you want from the vending machine, as you can't do that in normal gameplay. Adept saves doing 43 save and suspends, which removes 15 minutes from the speedrun. Since vending machines don't count towards the final time at the end of the run, and the actual gameplay isn't modified at all, this is allowed on speedruns. Are you still with me? Cool. Now Adept can play God and reroll as many times as they want to get any chip in the game with ease. They are able to get max quick charge by floor 9 while only playing 6 fast levels. In terms of bosses, there's only one that we don't want to play, that being Parallel Cannon. The Inklings drop out of the sky guy at time moments, meaning there's no way to speed up the fight. It's optimal to get Rotator as your floor 10 boss and Bounder as your floor 20 boss. This is because it's harder to go fast in Bounder at floor 10 with access to fewer chips. Adept was able to destroy Rotator by shooting the rings that are flashing blue in a record 16 seconds. Hold on, pause. Was I the only person who didn't know until recently they had to shoot these rings in particular to win? Comment down below if it was just common knowledge or if you're as flabbergasted as I am right now. Also, please subscribe. That'd be very wholesome and cool. About to hit 5k, that'd be great. Yeah. Now that Adept has a strong build, it's only reasonable to make it even stronger and only take the shortest levels. If he isn't beating a level in under 3 seconds, he won't take it. On his way to floor 20, he took 5 vending machines. With a god build, Adept was able to take it into Bounder and absolutely demolish him in 15 seconds. With how few levels he's played and how fast the boss fights are, he's looking at around 50 seconds of actual gameplay so far. And if his luck couldn't get any better, Adept was able to brute force 10 vending machine floors in a row in the back end of the run. He knows this beforehand as his best possible time shows him a 1:55. The only time lost now is in the smallest boss fight. He can use the $3,500 he has now in the vending machine to create the perfect build. Max quick charge, max main saver, max main range, 3 splash damage, 1 aimbot. All of the hours spent in the seed working out a route has led to this moment. Now it's time for Smollusk. The strategy in the smallest boss fight is to destroy the portals as fast as possible, and max quick charge absolutely demolishes them. Once Smollusk is exposed, Adept can use a strategy called Death Abuse. If you die once you clear a phase and get the checkpoint, the portals for the next phase will be up, skipping a small cutscene of Smollusk getting back up and spawning the portals. This is why you got splash damage chips, as triple ink strike counts as splash damage, and using it on Smollusk will instantly kill him. It's very risky to do this strategy as you have to hope the ink strikes kill him in time for the checkpoint to activate before you respawn. This didn't happen in phase 2, so Adept simply saved and suspended to try the fight again. The only thing that carries over in a save and suspend is any lives lost. So if Adept didn't get the skip on his second try, the run is dead. There is also one last bit of RNG in the Smollusk fight, the portal patterns. Sometimes the portals will be very close together, making it an easy fight, but sometimes they will spawn further away from each other, making it an unavoidable time loss. Adept has 4 seconds available to lose and still get the sub 2 minute time. Thankfully, Smollusk was nice and gave him not amazing spawns, but good enough. And with 1 second to spare, the sub 2 was achieved. Now, do I recommend you to try a save seed run? No. It requires way too much work just in scouting the seed for a good path, resetting every time just to see if doing 8 rerolls in a vending machine instead of 9 will change the outcome in a meaningful way, and then taking that route and seeing if it's actually possible in a real attempt. And if it's not, you have to go back through the entire process all over again just to find one that will work, and it's just not worth it, man. Random seed is fun to a lot of people. Sitting down and grinding runs to see if you can find a good seed to beat can be satisfying. It's also really fun to play with friends, sharing times amongst your peers to see who can beat certain minute barriers first. It will turn from a race to sub 8 to a race to sub 7, then to sub 6, until racing to sub 5 and potentially further beyond. If you want to start speedrunning side order, I've left a link to the leaderboards in the community Discord in the description for you to check out. And if you're interested in more Splatoon speedrunning, check out this video on the theoretical limit of Splatoon.